This is part 2 of a timeline for Lori Vallow, the Doomsday cult mom. So as I said in part 1, this is Lori's niece Melanie, and this is her ex-husband Brandon. So on October 2nd, Brandon actually calls 911. As he's driving onto his road, he notices a Jeep parked on the side, and he happens to look over and sees a gun poke out the window with a silencer on it. Before he can even react, it shoots, shatters his window. He speeds up, goes home, and calls 911. Luckily, Brandon didn't notice the license plate, and it turns out that the Jeep was actually registered to then already deceased Charles Vallow. Also on October 2nd, Lori Vallow was found to have been on Amazon, and she actually ordered wedding rings for her and Chad. 1 week later, on October 9th, Chad Daybell's first wife, Tammy, actually calls 911. She claims that she was in her driveway and someone shot at her with a paint gun. It turns out in court documents that it was a real weapon, and court documents state that it was actually Lori's brother, Alex, who did it. Sadly, 10 days later, on October 19th, Chad calls 911 saying that Tammy has died in her sleep. And just 2 weeks later, this happens. Lori and Chad actually fly to Hawaii and get married. And then 2 weeks later, this happens. On November 5th, Lori and Chad fly to Hawaii and they get married on the beach. It's been reported that they were telling people while they were there that they have no children. On November 26th, the police are called by JJ's grandparents, Larry and Kay, and the police actually do a welfare check where Lori tells them that JJ is with a friend of hers in Arizona named Melanie Gibb. The police follow up with this, and of course he was not there. So on November 27th, police actually issued a search warrant for Chad and Lori's home. On December 1st, these two board a plane and head to Hawaii. However, on December 6th, Lori's friend Melanie Gibb called the police to let them know that Lori had actually called her and asked her to lie to them about the whereabouts of JJ and to say that he was actually with her when he wasn't. Tammy's death had originally been labeled as natural causes, but on December 11th, it was relabeled as suspicious. Her body was exhumed and an autopsy was performed, but the results were not revealed. On December 12th, Lori's brother Alex dies at the age of 51. He did tell his wife just days before if anything happened to him that he had money hidden and showed her where it was. On December 20th, Tylee and JJ are officially announced as missing, and they do say it could be linked to the death of Tammy. The next day, we have Lori and Chad being named as suspects in the case. Check out part 3.